Hey guys, Dr. Ben here. Excited to talk to you today about willpower. And it's something that it's going to get brought up a lot this week. We've got New Year's coming up. We've got this thought of, man, I've got to lose that weight. I've got to get healthy. I've got to make more money or save more money or spend more time with my kids, less time on my phone, whatever it is. We've got a lot of New Year's resolutions coming up. But here's the deal: willpower does not work, and that's what so many people are just relying on is willpower. Man, I'm gonna lose that weight because I want to be down 30 pounds in a month, and that's gonna be enough. But really, that's not enough. And so what we're gonna get into today is willpower doesn't work. And this is actually a great book by Benjamin Hardy, one of my favorite authors. And he also helped write Who Not How, which is another great book if you haven't got, especially if you have a business, entrepreneur, anything like that. Hey, Brian, great to see you. So everybody out there, pop down below where you guys are watching from, and let me know what some New Year's resolutions are for you. Let me know what you're hoping that willpower is going to be enough for, because for some of you it might be, and you've maybe succeeded multiple times, but for other people, you probably have failed. I know I have. I've been like, okay, I'm going to do this daily devotional every day for the next year. And after about 3 weeks, I fail. So, yes. So, Christopher, exactly. And a good environment. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Angela, looking for weight loss. Hey, Kathy in Jefferson City, Missouri. So, yes, a lot of people are trying to overcome these patterns and just things that we have done over and over and over, and that we have the wrong food in the house. And so we're trying to not eat poorly. But it ultimately comes down to, do you have enough willpower to not eat that cookie on the counter? For me, I didn't. I ate a little gluten-free paleo cookie the other day on Christmas. Hey, Marla. Brian, weight loss, brain regeneration there, and some gut health. Absolutely. Yes, a lot of change. Debbie coming up. Kenny, cutting back on that alcohol. Kathy, intermittent fasting, 15 to 16 hours every day with 1 24-hour fast a week. Awesome. So a lot of you guys are already thinking about this, are already in this thought process. Man, I've got to have these goals. But here, let's run through some of the things that research has shown. And again, this is Benjamin Hardy from the book Willpower Doesn't Work. So ultimately, we've got to create these environments. We've got to create this environment where we're going to have some type of personal investment in it. And a lot of times what happens is we just, say we're going to do it and we write it down or whatever. But for a lot of people, if they will actually tell 5, 6, 10 people and say, hold me accountable. I'm letting you know I am going to quit smoking in January, or I am not going to have an ounce of alcohol in January. If you hold yourself accountable by having other people know what you're doing, it's kind of like the whole point with marriage. And marriage is, dearly beloved, you're gathered here to witness this and to also hold them and support them in that marriage. And so same thing is happening here, is that if people know that you're on this path, if people know that you are quitting smoking, losing weight, changing your diet, whatever it is, they're going to be more likely to support you, and you're going to have that personal investment in this. The personal investment might also be you just spent $2,000 on a rowing machine or a new treadmill or some kind of exercise machine, something like that. You're going to be way more likely to put the time and energy in, as opposed to, well, I'm going to get up and go for a walk every day. Well, if that's all you're doing is just putting it out there, willpower will work until it's 20 below, or it'll work until it snows, or whatever the next excuse is. We're not going to do that. But if you change your environment, just like Chris said earlier, if you change your environment and make it to that place where you're giving yourself a chance to succeed, that's what we're talking about. Is you've got to shift things about this. And How many of you guys, if there are cookies on the counter, you're going to be able to willpower not eat those? I mean, for me, it's pretty darn hard, unless it's like gluten filled, bad, just like Chips Ahoy, something like that. But if it's an all natural, organic, gluten free, paleo, sweetened with monk fruit, whatever, I'm going to be a lot more likely. Give me a thumbs up if any of you guys would be likely to do that. So you've got to change your environment. If you're quitting smoking, if you're quitting alcohol, any of those things, you've got to get those out of your house. You've got to not drive by the same place you buy beer every night. Or if you usually buy wine at Costco, change your environment so that you go and only have X amount of money to go with that trip, and you do not have enough to buy some extra wine or whatever it is. So you've got to make these changes. Another one that he talks about in the book is that growing with your goals. So you've got to layer them. You can't just say, well, you can't. Some people can, but a lot of people can't say, I'm going to lose 40 pounds and I'm just going to lose that weight in January. I'm going to start losing weight and it's just going to boom. I'm just going to lose all this weight. You've got to layer your goals, and you got to say, I'm going to be down 1 pound each week for the next 40 weeks. I'm going to do the things day in and day out, and you're going to set the baby steps, and you're going to set this success and that success, and you're going to go step by step through the process, as opposed to just there's my goal, and either I'm going to reach it or I'm going to fail. Well, guess what? If you've got little mini goals and you've got little steps along the way, that's going to make a huge difference for you being able to succeed down that path. So you've got to layer those goals in there as well. Here's another one that's really, really powerful. Become the teacher. If you start teaching people, hey, I've been reading all about weight loss and intermittent fasting, or about keto diet, or about blood sugar monitoring, or whatever it is, and you start learning those things and you start teaching other people, it's a lot harder for you to go back to what you were doing. And they're like, you were just telling me about balancing your blood sugar, and now you're drinking this big old Wendy's Frosty there and French fries, and your blood sugar is going up really high. So what are you doing? Well, if you're teaching, not only have you told those people that you're making a change, but now you're helping to teach and educate other people. You're going to hold yourself to a different standard as well. So become a teacher. The next one, and if you've got any questions or comments, post those down below. Let me know what you guys are doing for your New Year's resolutions and some of those things. Rotate your environment daily or weekly. So you want to rotate what you're doing. And so you've got to have some variety. You got to have some surprise to the body. If you're like, I'm going to get up, do my walk every single day, eventually that will not work. But if Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you go for a walk, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you're meeting a friend at the gym, or whatever it is, if you have this variety in there, the research shows you are more likely to stay on this path. So have variety, keep changing those things up. And then you need to remove things out of your life, and that could be negative temptations. That could be negative people. A lot of you guys have friends or family that are drinking a lot. That are there you go, Brian. No carbs for New Year's. That are friends that are smoking, drinking, family members, whatever it is. And you don't have to get divorced. You don't have to leave your family. And yet you need to surround yourself with people that are more positive, that are more financially responsible, that are more health conscious. Surround yourself with those people. So remove the negative temptations, the negative things out of your life. And that's going to be a huge part of it. So bring in new tools, like somebody earlier, Kathy was saying, I'm going to intermittent fast. I'm going to do some of these different things where we're going to change our state. And so even if you do intermittent fasting 1 day a week, and that might be enough to shift your cycle there. So you've got to change enough of what you're doing to get out of that. And then, basically you've got to change your surroundings. If you're used to going out at break time with friends and everybody's smoking and you're trying to quit smoking, guess what? You can't go out 100 times in a row with those same people and they're all smoking and you will never smoke. It won't happen. And a lot of you have tried these things. So you've got to change, do a different thing at the break. Go and do a bunch of burpees at that break instead of doing your going out with the smoking friends. Whatever you're doing, you've got to. Hey Debbie, good to see you. Hey Joel, great to see you in Iowa there. So you've got to make these changes and you've got to change those patterns, change those habits. But here's the deal. Hey Candy, great to see you. You're doing it. Great job. Here's the deal. You're gonna probably fail. And Brian, you just said no carbs for New Year's. Well, how long is that going to last? Because I guarantee you at some point you're going to eat some carbs, you're going to eat some sugar, you're going to fall off that wagon. But what are you going to do when that happens? Because that's what it comes down to. So you have to have these triggers in place where, you know what, I fell off the wagon, and yet the very next meal I'm right back on it, and this is not going to let me fall into this old pattern, this old routine. I'm going to get right back on the track, because we all will fall at some point. We're human. We're destined to fail at some levels, and so you've got to have those things in place so that you can get back on track, that you can have an accountability partner. Whatever it is, you've got to have those things in place. Hey Stephanie, great to see you. Yes, Apple Watch, any of those technology are awesome. So, but you can put in all the sleep parts of it. You can put in the steps, the exercise, the breathing. All of these reminders are huge. And because, you can't have me sitting there all day long. And then Barbara, yep, quadruple coronary bypass. Yep, I reconfigured his diet, including creating 30 plus custom recipes. Awesome, great job. And you've just got to stay on that path. And even, you bring your own food. We're going to bring our own food, and don't be offended. Pre-frame everything, set expectations. So love having you guys on. Excited for this New Year's, excited for you, because willpower doesn't have to work. I don't have the willpower. You don't have the willpower to succeed at everything, but you've got the brain function to be able to set up your world in a way that allows you to succeed. And then you need a little bit of willpower, but until you change your environment, you're not going to get the success you need. So love having you guys on. Pop down below what you are looking to accomplish in this new coming year. And if you're watching this in a replay, same thing. Check down below. Other people, we're all experiencing these things. And if you need support at all, let us know, and we're here to help you guys in every way. So make it a great day, and Happy New Year's.